Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon, everybody, really.
Okay, I think that's pretty good,
Yeah.
right? All right. Hello, welcome to Toad TV. I'm Mary Beth.
I'm Helen.
We are the creative hands and minds behind Toad Hollow. And today is Friday,
April 26th.
April 26th. We are here live. I think we are done adjusting the camera, right?
I think so, yeah.
Short of, it falling over or something. We're pretty good. Welcome. Welcome to the Hollow. Helen is waiting for it to show up on her thing so that she can go in and moderate comments so that she can see when comments come through and we can answer things. So,
how's everybody today?
Yeah, it's Friday. It's Friday.
We
Which
had our
means
last cold
nothing
snap last night.
to us because
Well,
we don't follow in
Yeah.
Monday through Friday. Cleaning out drawers.
That's a good spring cleaning thing.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
I saw somebody do a deep clean of her living room, and she took everything off her table, which included, I think, 3 books and a tray to hold her candle. She does have kids, so she did have a bunch of toys that she just picks them up and she has a place for them, so she picks them up and puts them away. And she's got a dog, so she was picking up the dog's toys and putting them away, taking all the cushions off the couch, taking all the couch covers off, putting everything through the washing machine, which I must say, like, extended couch, all the covers and everything fit in one wash load. She's got a phenomenal machine.
She's got a bigger machine than we do.
Much bigger than we do. And vacuumed everything and that kind of thing. Let's start with the table. Having a table that or the couch. Start with the couch. All my project bags are on the couch, which means that there are about 25 project bags on the couch that you have to take off before you can get to the couch cushions. I mean, we obviously don't use the couch to sit on. I mean, who would want to do that?
This is a couch that has been in this house since
1969.
my parents moved in.
Yep.
So it's not a comfortable couch?
No, it's
the comfortable couch is in another room, and that's covered with yarn.
Right. Well, this one is too, to a certain extent.
Right.
It's just yarn and bags. This couch is about that high off the ground. It's almost impossible to get out of. And it's been here for over 50 years, so that it's not the most comfortable thing to sit on. However, it's a great place to put all my project bags. But it took her almost no time to do it because she has nothing. The tables and things, just, there's so much crap on it.
Well, our tables are getting clearer thanks to Ivy. Ivy is helping us spring clean.
That is true, because you can't leave anything in the wake of Ivy.
Yeah,
because she will destroy everything. She has gone through. Well, she got Helen's earbuds. Luckily, they were in a case. They're just little tooth marks in it. She has gone through several nail files.
She didn't go for Mary Beth's cheapo earbuds. She went for the Apple AirPods.
She's got taste and style. She goes through our little garbage container every day to see if there's anything good.
My sewing case that I made out of the jewelry box, she took that, spread that all over the place.
Oh my God.
She ate the needles.
I found one of those in her blanket yesterday.
Oh, did you really?
I found another one in the blanket. It's just
my little EPP sewing needles that you can't see when you're holding them, much less when they've been spread all over a carpet.
My God. That was a fun day. However, it was a week ago.
It was, yeah.
And she's okay.
She's okay.
So we're pretty sure she didn't actually eat any needles, but she ate the little plastic case they were in. She loves chewing up plastic.
She's teething.
Oh, she's a baby. She's a puppy, so it's fine. It's just we now know. You have to.
Yeah.
Oh, Kimberly, that's terrible.
Okay.
Her dog had to have 2 procedures due to her swallowing needles.
It was totally idiotic for me to leave them. It's just I never had a dog that got so into things before. I know I said this with Hugo too. So I have had a dog that gets into things.
It's just that he never happened to go for that.
Right. He was a project bag guy.
Yeah.
But there's one bag of Mary Beth's, your cross-stitch project bag that she adores. She goes and
she takes everything out of the bag and then she'd choose one of the bottom corners because Kimberly, I can imagine.
Yeah.
She said that she has PTSD with that, and she stopped cross stitching and hand stitching because of it. And I can totally understand that because.
And the Kong is a good idea, except she can't have a Kong 24 hours a day. She'd be 600 pounds.
Right. This dog that is about 12 inches tall and 17 inches wide. Yeah, no, it's true. It's very true. She does get her Kongs periodically, but and we do put quite a bit of her kibble in it so that it's not all treats, but it's keeping an eye on her, and that's what part of what training the puppy is you know, and we knew that going in that we would have to keep an eye on her. It's just I get wrapped up in something and forget. And then I go in and my boot is there with part of it chewed off. So, but I said to Helen, at least this time it wasn't a boot that was left at an Airbnb that somebody chewed, and we had to pay $110 for a new pair of boots for them. So,
which I have since bought those boots, and they do not cost $110.
No, we looked online. It was $110.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
That's where it was. So she does like yarn. Because somebody said that theirs likes, I think it's Maureen. Her dog likes the yarn cake.
I'm not sure I understand.
And destroys that.
Yeah.
She does like yarn, and she does like to take out the peanut butter, or not the peanut butter. Does like to take out your knitting, but we're trying to dissuade her of that.
And Maureen says she freezes peanut butter in the Kongs. We have frozen Kongs that we use. That's where when we want to watch like a movie or something, and it's just like, okay,
here, give the guys their
entertain the children.
Give the dogs their Kongs. Make sure they're frozen so they can't get through them.
Freeze the Benadryl inside. I'm kidding. I kid.
Oh my gosh. Christine's Bouvier likes mohair. Oh, that does make
that's
a
gonna
mess.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's
all slobbery mohair. That's just not fun.
Yeah, no, thank you. No, thank you.
But I'd say congratulations to Wendy. She has one more week unemployed and she starts a new job.
So congratulations. That's fantastic.
And Marianne says spring shedding has begun. Yes, I was just looking and thinking, oh, it's time to vacuum.
Wait. I don't know if he's thumping. He may be thumping. There was a scratching at the door, so we're not sure if it's Hugo laying down or if it's Hugo, deciding he wants to come inside now. We will find out shortly.
Right. When the door comes crashing.
Exactly. All right. Is there anything else that we need to do?
I don't think so. Mostly good mornings, talking about the dogs. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So on Tuesday's podcast, we were asking for ideas for collections, like mystery collections that we could hand out. I use that word, that we could put up for sale every week, and it could be a mystery.
Every month.
Every month. Every month. However, you guys came up with some awesome suggestions, like really, really good suggestions. Some of them are going to be like a collection, sort of like the Spring Gardens, the 6 Wives of Henry VIII. Somebody suggested that. That would be a great just collection that would just be
not be a mystery thing,
one and done type of thing. Flowers, lots of people suggesting flowers. We actually were going to do something with hyacinths, and then our yarn company sent us the wrong thing. We were going to do a mini skein collections of hyacinths, and they sent us the wrong yarn. So that is on hold for now. But artists, lots of people suggesting the Impressionist artists would go really well with our yarn, which I agree. I would love that. Musical theater, I like that idea. Somebody suggested doing different musical theaters. I think that would be fun.
Yeah.
Favorite movies. Somebody suggested an area adjacent to the Hollow, and what would happen if you walked down the path of the hollow and what would come next. That would be kind of cool to find
Yeah.
to do. Iconic album covers I thought was really fun. And somebody said they'd love to see what would come with yarns through the Mad Hatter, which I'm really intrigued with. I'm really, really intrigued with. I just have a thing for Alice. So I think doing the Mad Hatter yarn collection would be really, really fun. I don't know if it would be something that would go over a year, though. I think, again, that
Yeah,
would be
more of a
like a
collection.
collection type of thing. So with somebody suggested doing prime time, doing like starting with Magnum PI. Okay, so we immediately went to the Tom Selleck era of Magnum PI. And we're talking about how we really wanted to attract, you know, maybe not somebody from the 80s type of thing. And then Helen's like, we're from the 80s because Magnum PI is on right now.
Right.
So if you went with the current Magnum, but she said that she'd love to see the colors of Hawaii and that sort of thing. And we think that would be kind of cool. It would tie in with some other people's ideas, but doing like primetime shows, that would be kind of interesting. You know, 1 week, 1 year, month it might be Big Bang Theory. Another month it might be British Mysteries, because somebody said British Mysteries, and
Yeah.
Agatha Raisin and the Midsummer Mysteries, which I just
We
think
should
we
do
would
a
have a lot of
tweed
fun.
collection that's just the British mysteries.
We could do
That could be, do it all in tweeds.
Okay, wait a minute. I gotta get something to write with.
And here.
So I can put, oh, thank you. I'm going to put British Mysteries due in tweed. Okay. I think that may be coming in the fall. A lot of people said Gilmore Girls. And when we were talking on Tuesday, and I said to Helen, and I said, you know, it's going to be, somebody's going to suggest something, and we're going to go, yeah.
Gilmore Girls is a duh.
The Gilmore Girls is definitely
Yeah.
one of those. So the Gilmore Girls is a definite possibility. And then, hands down, the biggest one that everybody was suggesting was Bridgerton. Everybody suggested Bridgerton. But there are a whole bunch of books, and people put down their favorite books, and these are some ideas that we could really work with because it fits in with us. Oh, nope, there was one more idea. I saved it for the last before I went over to the books. It's female artists, not just, you know, artists, female artists. And we're thinking of doing one that's called Who Runs the World? And going on the Beyonce song, you know, because she's up there as an artist, maybe not a painting artist, but she is up there as an artist. But doing, you know, Who Runs the World? Girls do. So I think there is definitely going to be a female artist collection coming very soon.
That'll be a good club. So that's probably going to be a new club coming soon. And then we were talking about, you're going to get to it with the books.
Okay.
Sister number 3 says Friends, and each yarn starts is the one where.
I wrote that down because that's a great idea. That's a really great idea. Okay, so then books. People put in all sorts of really, really good books. And it kind of ties in with what we were talking about for today, you know, your favorite books that you read as children and young adults. And there's so many on here that I just adore. Somebody said mythology and folklore.
A couple people said that.
I love that idea.
Yeah.
We did do one year, our yarn collection each month was mythology, and we did
first year.
The first year was children's books. The first year was Anne of Green Gables and
those were Hanging the Stars.
Toad Hall and that sort of thing. But we did do one with the mythology and folklore, and we had fun with that.
Yeah.
We really had fun with that, and some of those colors were really, really beautiful. I have a sweater in the Pleiades, which were one of the final things that we did. So we've got Willy Wonka, which we did a collection of Willy Wonka, but We haven't done anything for the new Wonka. We haven't seen it
Yeah.
yet. We have to watch it first.
Here, I'll write down Nancy Drew because Liz Straw just put Nancy Drew.
Okay.
And I saw somebody else had suggested Nancy Drew.
Okay. All right. Then Heartstopper was one. TJ Klune. Somebody said that they'd love to see our take on TJ Klune. There will definitely be a TJ Klune collection at some point. Somebody said Pooh. It's always in the back of our minds to do a Pooh collection, and I can see Pooh being something that goes longer than just like 6 yarns. Okay. Somebody else said Little Women, and Amanda just said Louisa May Alcott. I see that as
it's very browns and
blue, like the blue of your sweatshirt, like this color. I see lots of those colors. I don't see it as being. I'm not inspired by it. I absolutely loved reading them. I just don't see them as yarn colors. And even the movies, I don't see the movies as yarn colors. I'm having a hard time with the Little Women and the Louisa May Alcott.
A lot of people are. Kim says Jane Austen now, and a lot of people suggested Jane Austen. We did do a Jane Austen collection. It was a really, really pretty.
Oh, Yolanda said, please don't do Pooh. P-O-O. Yes, we mean Winnie the Pooh. Yeah. Absolutely, Winnie the Pooh. We're on a first name basis, so we refer to him as Pooh.
Amanda says an entire collection of Rosenbloom. We had a Rosenbloom color.
We did.
That was part of the one we did with Paige.
Oh, right. That's where it was.
Yeah.
Okay. And somebody mentioned All Creatures Great and Small, which I have added to the list. Okay, so.
Wendy said Anne of Green Gables. Yes, we've said
Anne of Green Gables is on the list. Narnia is on the list because I just saw Narnia go by. Peter Rabbit and all of Beatrix Potter, that has definitely been brewing in our minds for quite a while. The Wind in the Willows, we did Toad Hall when we did our favorite books collection, but I can do a lot with the Wind in the Willows. Nancy had suggested doing the Wizard of Oz. We could definitely do an entire thing just on the Oz books because
not just
they're all in the living room because my mother has all of them, and yes, we could do them. We had done an Oz collection at one point.
Yeah, and we had some, we had
the Mangaloos. We had some far out things in there.
Yeah.
So yeah, we could definitely do that. And what would be really great with that is you do the Patchwork Girl and you do patchwork bags to go with the yarn. Because we had a couple of people suggest the yarn and bag collection idea, which we are thinking about too. Did I mention Wrinkle in Time and Madeline L'Engle books?
No.
Mary Poppins.
Because the Madeline L'Engle books, those could be a lot of fun too.
Yes, they could.
The Ring of Bright Water and all that.
Yeah, because it doesn't have to be just the Wind in the Door and
the Wrinkle in Time.
The Wrinkle in Time. Yeah, okay. Percy Jackson.
I don't know Brambley Hedge.
Brambley Hedge.
I
know that with the Jane Austen books, somebody had asked whether we, how we felt about the Jane Austen books. I can't get through them. We're not huge
fans of Jane Austen.
I do not like Jane Austen, but we did have the collection, which was absolutely beautiful, and we might want to bring it back again.
Yeah.
Okay. Hobbit and Lord of the Rings and Mary Poppins. I have 4 books of Mary Poppins that I could just do a yarn for every single chapter, and I would be so happy. I would love it. Absolutely love it. Somebody suggested Fourth Wing. We have not read it yet, so we can't do that. Somebody else suggested ACOTAR, the Court of Thorn and Roses, which I can see doing yarns for each of the different courts. Again, we haven't read it recently enough, so that...
or at all.
I know I read the first one. I can't remember if I read the second one or not, but I know I read the first one. I think I read the second one and got stuck in the third one. We're going to listen to them
Yeah.
and do that. So, but those would be Bramley Hedge. I need to look into because I'm not sure about that. Oh, I love the borrowers. The borrowers were so much fun.
Is
And
it
all the
Bramley Hedge?
things.
Is that Richard Scarry?
No, I don't think so. I think it's kind of like somebody else is saying Bramley Hedge.
Well, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's very Beatrix Pottery.
Yes, that's what I think of with Bramley Hedge.
Well, we may have to look into the Bramley Hedge.
We will be looking into that. I think somebody just gave us the link for it too.
Oh, so Cheshire Cat says Black Beauty.
Okay.
Beautiful folk artist Maud Lewis. Movie Maudie, very famous Canadian.
Okay. All right, wait, I'm putting that in.
Amanda's saying Olivia the Pig. Olivia the Pig is great. I love her. She's very one note.
Yeah, it's line drawings, a lot of line drawings, and it's black, white, and red. Yeah. Again, with Cat in the Hat is
also, and Seuss is just very primary.
Yeah. Gone with the Wind is definite. No, sorry, I'm doing Wind in the Willows. Gone with the Wind. Gone with the Wind.
That would be fun.
Yeah, we could do something with that.
Definitely have to have the curtains.
Oh my gosh.
Carol Burnett. Great Expectations. Dickens is a kind.
Again, I see grays and browns and not a whole lot of pretty colors.
Yeah.
You know? Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies, that we could do.
I have to read that still.
Yes. That's a good one. Because anything with fairies is good in my book.
Oh, Pippi Longstocking.
Okay, I'm putting Pippi on.
It's too bad we don't do self-striping yarn.
I know. Okay.
Fern Gully.
Okay. We could also do the what's his name? Jumanji books. Christopher. No, is it Christopher? Who wrote Jumanji? Christopher. Nope, that's Paolini's. Aragon.
We've got The Wizard of Oz. Peter Pan we kind of covered with the Disney collection.
I'm trying to remember what I'm looking up.
Jumanji. That was a pretty book. You have to get through the movie. So one of the things we were talking about was we have a favorite books collection, not collection. We have a favorite books club right now, and that we were thinking of taking some of the favorite books of the children's books and just rotating through them.
Chris Van Allsburg. That's it. Sorry.
Anything by Roald Dahl, yes. I agree.
I know that somebody sent us, I think Patty sent us a message, and she said that she had done all the Ramona books.
Oh, yeah.
And Beverly Cleary is...
Yes, yeah.
I just wonder, do people still read Ramona and that kind of thing? Is Beverly Cleary too old? You know, is that
Yeah.
Do
I don't know,
you
'cause
get
I
too old? I don't know. That's the worry
not
I
having
have with
that
that.
generation around.
Right. So,
Christine says her tweens did. So,
okay, but they're not buying yarn.
Right.
Right. That's the thing, you know. But
I
if
mean,
the
a lot
tweens
of these
did,
is it's a nostalgia.
right.
So that's the where the books are going to come in. Is it more of a nostalgic thing?
Because we were talking, I know that somebody said the whatchamacallit,
Should
oh
put
my God.
Paddington on there.
My mind is gone. Oh, somebody said Where the Wild Things Are. I meant Paddington.
Mary is reading Beezus and Ramoda with her first graders right now.
Oh, okay. All right. So somebody said Where the Wild Things Are, and we were talking about Maurice Sendak and how Maurice Sendak is very almost line drawings again.
Yeah.
You know, but could you come up with colors in your head for In the Night Kitchen and Alligators All Around and Chicken Soup with Rice and that kind of thing? So I wonder, you know, is that something that you could do? But we were thinking more. I'm seeing Eric Carle come through and Berenstein Bears and that kind of thing. We were thinking more older chapter books type of thing, like
when you first learned to read and you were like reading a book on your own kind of thing,
like the Boxcar Children,
right?
And that sort of thing. Amanda put in the adventure books, which we adored.
The adventure books. The problem with the adventure, they're dated and there are problems with them in this day and age. So,
but they're great colors that you could come up with for the Mountain of Adventure and the Island of Adventure. And that kind
Kipling could be good because the Jungle Book and Treasure Island.
Yes.
You could do a lot with those.
Yeah, somebody suggested it because her favorite character is Rikki Tikki Tavi.
Yeah.
Which my uncle used to tell us the Rikki Tikki Tavi.
Oh, common.
And he would
he was so good at it.
He was really, really good. Okay. So Goosebumps.
Goosebumps.
Sorry, I don't do horror. I don't do that. And I've got to read these.
Could be fun.
Before I can do them. So the Goosebumps I think may be out. But yeah, Lemony Snicket, we could have fun. Again, with the show, very dark and dreary.
Drab, but
it's very dark and dreary. But we could have fun with some of those. Just naming the colors.
Yeah.
You know, and coming up with our own colorways.
I mean, look, every time we go to do things, it's like, I'm going to be Violet Baudelaire and pull up my hair.
Right, tie up my hair, right, Violet. Yes, very true. I did see the
Laura Ingalls.
Laura Ingalls. That's a possibility. So what we were thinking is we did see State Birds and State Flowers. They came across quite a few. So that is another idea, not related to the books though. We were thinking of picking some books, not all of them. We can't do all of them, but put them on a wheel that you spin every month, and then you pick whatever comes up. You do something to go with that. So if we spun and we got Peter Rabbit, we would, or Beatrix Potter, we would pick one of the Beatrix Potter characters and dye yarn for that. And then we'd spin in the next month, we might get Mary Poppins, and you pick a yarn to dye for that. And then if you get Beatrix Potter again the third month, you do something else from it.
Right.
So it's like totally random. You don't know what you're going to get, because it would be the mystery as to what is going to be this month's pick. I'm putting in Charlotte's Web because.
Oh yeah.
And I'm gonna do Secret Garden.
Stuart Little.
And Little Princess. Although we do have an entire collection for the Little Princess, so that might make.
And we did the Secret Garden too. So that's kind of where our favorite books mystery club is going to go.
Right.
It's going to go off the favorite book covers, and we're going to go more into we have a throwing my crochet hook. I have to fiddle with something while we do this. So we'll have our wheel, and we'll pick something off the wheel each month.
And you won't know what book you're
right.
getting until we send you
Right.
the thing. I think we are
But it's
definitely
going to be in the vein of the chapter books
Right.
from our youth, not necessarily our youth, but the younger chapter books.
Yeah. So it's going to be
like Anne of Green Gables is going to be in there.
The Wind in the Willows will be in there. Mary Poppins will be in there. Narnia will definitely, because I mean we did a Narnia collection too, but
we just covered the kids.
Yeah. There's an awful lot, and there's
Mr. Tumnus.
An awful lot that goes on in Narnia.
Yeah.
There's 7 books worth of things that go on in Narnia.
Nancy Drew could be a huge wealth of information.
Yes. So that we're gonna put a bunch of these on, and we're going
that
to.
Wasn't a.
Well, he can wait for a few more minutes. And then what we'll do is we'll spin every month and pick a new one. I think we are also going to do we're definitely going to do Who Runs the World. And we're going to start doing
that's going to be a new
female artists. So starting next month, starting in June, not in May, because we've already done the May yarns.
Right.
Starting in June, we will be doing Who Runs the World. And that will be a new one.
Artists to start with.
Right, female artists. And then we're going to pick some other things to do too. I do see that lots of people are excited about birds and flowers. So we were kind of thinking that the birds fell under the denizens, but it's not only birds.
But if we did the state birds and flowers, that could almost be like a sock set.
Yes.
Where one is the bird, you pick a different state each month, and the mini is the bird and the full skein is the flower, and you flop it.
Oh, okay.
Every month.
All right. Sock set. State birds. And flowers. Okay. That's going to be something fun to look at. Yes, Beatrix Potter.
Beatrix Potter can be one all by herself.
She could.
But I think she'll probably go into the books. She'll go on the wheel of the books.
She will.
There's just so many to choose from. And her colors are just
perfect.
Perfect.
Absolutely perfect. So, but again, it would be, rather than just going, just going one particular artist, not one artist, one author, we're going to go over several and then have them to choose from. Because that will also take us quite a while.
I mean, we can just keep that one going from now until the end of time.
Right.
Women holding things?
So I don't know that I mentioned The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings, because those were mentioned as well.
You did.
But those are...
That's a whole collection all by itself.
I know.
Club all by itself.
And very well represented by other dyers. I know that lots of people are doing Lord of the Rings, so it's not, there's so many other things that are out there that will set us apart a little bit.
I'm looking up Claire suggested Women Holding Things. It's a book. A love song to women, and at times everyone, as exhausted as we all are from holding everything.
Oh, okay.
It was born from a little booklet made during the pandemic and then expanded upon with 86 paintings, ruminations, and digressions, of course. Woman holding a chicken. Oh, that's kind of cool. Okay.
That's very
Thank
interesting.
you, Claire.
There are some good colors in there.
Yeah.
Some very good colors. Okay. Well, as Helen said, we are going away from our favorite
that's awful.
Pretty book covers. But the last one we picked to do is a doozy. Wait till you get May's favorite books yarn
Yeah.
because this one is so, so good. Oh, yes. The Great British Baking Show came on a lot. I do have it down to do.
That I've always seen as like a mini skein collection
Right.
that we would do. Because there are just so many. There aren't that many colors. There are a great number of desserts, but not that many colors.
Well, I was saying, I answered somebody and I said, we would have so much fun with just the names alone. Because there's some things there where I got my spotted dick yarn. Which is probably just brown, but.
Amanda suggested we do Paul Hollywood's eyes.
Yeah, well, yes. I mean, there would be that. Yeah, somebody else suggested ice cream flavors. It's just, I don't know. I'm just not as inspired to do it for food. Food doesn't. I like eating it.
Yeah,
but it's not something
it doesn't
that
spark yarn colors to me.
Not yarn colors, right? I there are things that I see where I see a picture or something, and even I hear something and I see yarn colors in my mind, but not for food. And I saw Christine just said that people buy food, yarn based on food colors. I totally understand that, but if I'm not inspired, it's not going to come out right.
Right.
And it's not going to be the way I want it to be. So it's got to fit with us too. So it's one of those things that I think that's really, really great. But maybe for another dyer, not for us.
Yeah.
So, whereas like Helen's doing a project and she's doing it in this bag. Now I see this and I'm inspired by this.
Right.
This I'm going to get behind. I see, I'm looking, I don't have a book here. I have journals all over the place, but I don't have an actual book. But I see a book cover and I'm like, oh, okay, I know what I'm going to do with that. I know exactly what the yarn is going to look like. I hear and think about food and I don't think about it as connected to yarn, Tulip Pink is a great idea. Somebody suggested Tulip Pink. She's very, very bright.
She's very much into neons right now.
Yes.
Which neither of us
are. Because we also had a whole bunch of things for 80s and like iconic albums with us. It would be the 80s.
Right.
But there's awful lot of neon. I said we could have so much fun doing Boy George, just Boy George alone, but you're going to get neon in there,
Yeah.
So it's just, it's got to be right for us, and neon just does not strike it for us. So, okay. Planet Earth.
That's yeah. That kind of to me falls into the denizens. So,
yes. Although there are different, because somebody suggested different areas of the world, like deciduous forests and the African savanna and that kind of thing. And that would be kind of fun, but it's not going to be the first thing we go to.
Right.
It's going to be, oh, I can imagine doing that, but I'm going to get sidetracked by, oh, we're going to do the Wizard of Oz, and we're going to do that because we'll do the go with the books rather than the movies,
right.
And take our inspiration from that. The Seven Wonders of the World would be great as a collection.
Yeah.
Not as a monthly thing. I'm going to put that on the collections. I'm very sorry, your crochet hook is now on the floor. All right. Seven Wonders of the World.
Kimberly's saying the First Ladies, that would fall into our Who Runs the World
right
series.
Somebody else suggested female-run things like TV shows with a female as a lead and that kind of thing. Carol says butterflies. We did a collection of butterflies and moths, but we could definitely do more because...
Again, to me, that goes into denizens.
Yeah. The butterfly collection was pretty.
It was.
It was very pretty.
I was doing one of these has. This one was a butterfly. The red here.
The crimson moth.
Yeah.
National parks and landmarks. That's another great one.
Yeah.
Again, I'm going to go books first. You know, it's just.
The national parks and landmarks is when we drive across the country, we will.
There you go.
As we hit them, we will release the yarn.
Yeah. Endangered animals might be fun.
Yeah.
Endangered animals might be fun to do as part of Hugo's Choice, because then you could make part of it a donation to the World Wildlife Foundation or other organizations like that. That might be kind of cool.
Somebody else had a suggestion for banned book covers, and that would be less of a club but more of a collection, and I love that idea.
Yeah. Banned books.
Yes, Christine says we have about a decade of ideas at this point. Yeah, now we've gone from, what should we do to, oh my God.
How do we
choose?
Figure this out?
And what it is, you know, you break them down into these would be great mystery clubs. These would be great. Just there's only like 6 or 7 choices, so that's a collection.
And then there's also, this is what is really pulling me in now.
Right.
This is where my imagination and my creativity is leaning towards now. And these we're going to put on the back burner for right now, just because they're not striking.
They're
something
great ideas,
in
but
us.
they're not. Right.
Which one is going to really push you for right away?
Yeah.
You know? Yes.
Yeah, there will be the STEM version of Who Runs the World. We're doing the artists first, but then we would go into STEM.
And then STEM leaders. Because I also have to, most of the time I have to see something to get the creative push for
Right.
it. So Madame Curie, I see dark hair and a white lab coat. And that's not going to do anything. So I've got to look into them more and learn more about them. Okay. Florence Nightingale.
Well, she falls STEM.
Yes.
Kim says yellow for uranium.
Okay. See? There you go. I could do that.
Yeah.
All right. That's cool.
It's just a matter of researching it and giving it time to sift down and go outside of the box of the black and white photo of Marie Curie.
Exactly. You know, it's one of those things where it has to sift through, because very often Helen will say, okay, what about doing this? And my first reaction is no, I have nothing on that. And then slowly but surely it works its way down. And then all of a sudden I'll be in the shower and I'll come down and I'm like, wait, I have it. I know exactly what we want to do.
Right.
So my mind needs a little bit of time to process. Okay. So I've seen a couple of people mention doing some of the children's books that are actually picture books. And we are saying that we're going to be going more towards chapter books.
Right.
And for Yolanda, who is suggesting the Jane Austen's. We do have a Jane Austen collection that I think we are probably going to be bringing back relatively soon, because a lot of people are saying Jane Austen, but we are not huge Jane Austen fans as far as reading the books. So getting inspiration from the books is not as easy for us. But we will.
And there are things that other people do too.
Right.
So
we will re-release. Oh, there goes my pen. Honestly, I'm just dropping everything.
Kim says she's excited about the female STEM options. That's kind of because it's so underrepresented. It's kind of why we felt so inspired by the Who Runs the World collection, because it's just, bring us to the forefront. And doing the artists came is very easy because you have physical things you can look at and get inspiration from, as opposed to like the STEM where you have to really kind of think about it.
Right. Also, we are liberal arts majors, and
Right.
we did quite a lot with
History.
art history, and that is something that is very near and dear to us. We actually did a collection over a year that was all artists, and
sadly, we did not do a lot of female ones. So
No.
shame on us, and we will now rectify.
we will rectify that. However, my Pleiades sweater has stripes of purple from Forsythia Randia, which was one of the ones that we did. So, yeah, that would be something cool.
Yeah.
Amanda, no, I do not have Peter and the Starcatchers on the list. I will put that on because I
That's a
could
good
listen
one.
to that
Yeah.
again and just have one for stash because, you know, you kind of need one that's just stash. All right. We have a lot of really, really good ideas here.
We have to go
really
dye a
good
lot of
ideas.
yarn.
Yeah. I kind of like the idea of doing the birds. Like doing the birds.
I like the sock set idea where you do the state birds and the state flowers together.
I don't know doing them together. Maybe alternating. Do a state bird and we're going to have to discuss
the
this.
mini was the flower.
I know. See, it's got to work its way through my head because to me they should be separate, and now I just have to let it work through my head.
But this is my idea. So
Yes.
do it.
Okay, so we get to do it. So there will be sock sets coming soon that will be okay. So
All right,
Margaret,
so I was gonna say
one of the first things that will be coming out for Who Runs the World is we will be re-releasing When There Were Nine because
we said that it'll be like the inaugural skein is for Who Runs the World is When There Are Nine will come back out again.
And for those of you,
and that will not be a mystery. That will be just a skein that comes out.
Yeah.
To
So
start
for
the
those of you
collection.
that don't know, Ruth Bader Ginsburg was asked when will there be enough women on the Supreme Court, and she said when there are 9. And we dyed a skein of yarn that is 9 shades of pink and purple, and
Right.
it did very, very well. We released it
Upon
after
her
she
death.
died.
Yeah.
In honor of her, and it did really well, but it was a great color too. So Christine is saying the Oriole and the Black-Eyed Susan go well together for Maryland. Okay. All right. Oh, see, birds and their eggs. That's
Okay.
cool too.
Yeah.
You know, so it could be you could do birds and their eggs and flowers and their butterflies because they're state butterflies too.
Okay.
And then you bring in the butterflies too, see? And you alternate. 1 month is bird, 1 month is flowers.
Okay.
You could do all sorts of things. Oh my God. Yard birds.
Those go in our denizens. So.
Oh, right. The birds, for the most part, do go. I mean, we're going to be showing you next week.
Yeah, because the robin was.
We did the robin for
April denizen. So the robin is coming out next week.
Yes. Along with the Disney yarn and the favorite books.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Oh my gosh, we've got just flowers and pollinators.
Yeah,
that's a
like
great
the butterflies,
idea.
yeah.
Yes. Okay. Flowers and pollinators. And birds and eggs.
My brain is about to explode.
Okay.
No more ideas.
I'm not allowed. I'm putting the pen over here, and I'm not allowed to write down any. Okay. Yeah, no, somebody had, when she was doing the deciduous trees and the things, she also suggested the rainforest and that sort of thing, and that would be very good.
Yeah. Because somebody said something about the all the different frogs.
Yes.
There's so many different colors of frogs.
And that would be really, really cool. But not right away. We're going to start with Who Runs the World and the
Next
books.
week, we are just going to be like, it's going to be like
a yarn
dump.
Yep. Here you go.
It's not, please. We have so many advents that we have to dye first.
Right. I am also thinking that mythology may be its own separate thing, and that may be coming soon too. And then every now and then I'm just going to throw something wild out there, and it's going to be the Mad Hatter yarns.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Uh,
Running out of pencil edge.
Kim says the
Very close.
rainforest would fit with the endangered species,
Okay,
and that's
so-
good, yeah.
See here, this.
That's just the
this,
books.
This. These are all the ideas. Great ideas. See,
Yeah.
this is wonderful. I did see that Patty put up something about doing a collaboration
With a
where
pattern, yeah.
with patterns. That is an idea. The problem is we have to plan that way in advance so that
Yeah.
the person can create the pattern and have it tested and everything, and then get it ready to go. So that has to be something that we plan way in
Yeah,
advance.
that we have to work on.
So that is not going to be coming anytime soon because we don't have the time to do it yet.
Right.
I did see somebody just said that several states share the same
bird.
the bird. Well, what we can do is it can be state birds or just
I mean,
songbirds,
if it's
you
a
know?
bird that we had already done, then that state we do the flower or the bee or the butterfly
Right.
or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I kind of think we may have to do it that we have to travel to that state.
It's never going to happen.
Okay, Amanda, we're going to need you on call so that you can come stay here while we go travel, and then we'll do birds and flowers to go with it. So Christine's really good with the idea of doing a book club and a yarn to go with the book club.
That was kind of the idea on the favorite books to begin with, but now we're switching that up.
Right.
So.
The thing with doing that is that we have limited time for reading, and book clubs just are not fitting in.
I always
now.
love the idea of a book club until you're forcing me to read a book.
Right, and
Yeah.
it's just the problem is the time. We just don't have the time to run a book club too. Although I would like to do it at some point, it's just not in the cards right for this second.
We have a place to stay in Texas. Thank you, Kim.
Thank you very much, and thank you for offering with the dogs too, because as you know, they travel with us.
Right.
Don't go anywhere without them.
So someone's about to take down my brand new storm door, and he may be up for sale in a moment.
All right, guys, we've got to get going because I believe that we just they're trying to tell us it's lunchtime.
Yeah.
They haven't been fed, and they would like us to come feed them. Also, they've been outside for this entire podcast, and they don't like to be ignored.
We're pretty sure we have abandoned them.
Yes.
So.
It's just Yolanda said that the Rocky Mountains become in the spring. The Rocky Mountains are high on my list.
Yeah.
There's so many places I want to go and see. So, and when we do that, there will be travel yarns to go with it, because something, even if it's just for us to remember our trips.
Right.
All right. Okay. So guys, we are going to go. We hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the weekend. Oh, do you want to tell them your plans, that since it's going to be warm tomorrow, we can start?
Oh, we're starting tomorrow. I can start bringing my plants outside because we're starting to go where at night we're not going really below 50. So I'm very excited because the last couple nights have been below 30.
Right.
No, sorry, in the 30s.
But Harriet is upstairs in the bathroom. That's our pink hibiscus, and she is just starting to bloom.
Flower this morning. It's just gorgeous.
Beautiful. So she gets to go outside, and Henrietta is our yellow hibiscus. She's been living in my room, so she's going outside.
My begonias are going out.
The hibiscus, she's about to just blossom all over the place. The begonias are going wild. I need to check the gardenias.
That's got to go out in the sun because
it's got to go out in the sun.
That's ready to go.
So, and Helen ordered a shade garden that we've been clearing part of the yard that's ready for the shade garden to go in. So we have that, and she also ordered a hummingbird and pollinator. Butterfly and a hummingbird garden that needs sun. So we are watching.
Look at my White Flower Farm catalog. Oh, my dad.
We are watching the areas of the yard to see which is getting the most sun so that we know exactly where to put that. So this weekend and next week we are going to be planting because
the butterfly and hummingbirds are coming today.
All right, so those are going to have to go in. So we're going to have to figure out exactly where they're going. And we have one spot cleared that we hope is going to work. We're just not sure if it gets enough sun.
Right.
So we've been tracking it over the day to see how it's going. But yeah, it's spring. I'm so excited. I love spring so much.
And it's getting to the warm part of spring.
Right.
So.
Okay, thank you very much, Patty. She said that this was fun. This was a lot of fun. And
Yes.
we love your ideas. Thank you so much. So look for these coming
tuned.
soon. Yeah. Look for them coming soon. Okay. Have a great weekend, everybody.
Go forth and create.
And we will see you on Tuesday for our regularly scheduled podcast.
Right.
All right. Bye.